high school in Florida temporarily paused the distribution of their yearbooks because a couple of the pages in the yearbook were dedicated to Black Lives Matter. And there was some concern that parents would be offended by that. So a 2-page spread shows students participating in protests in support of Black Lives Matter. The 2 pages in The Edge, it's kind of interesting that they have like a title for their yearbook, but The Edge depict the history of the movement and include the names of Black men, women, and children who have died at the hands of police. Now, this was something that administrators in the school were really concerned about because what if it offends parents, i.e. it actually offends us and we don't like it. And so administrators at West Broward High School in Pembroke Pines, about 18 miles southwest of Fort Lauderdale, paused sales and distribution of The Edge while the concerns were carefully reviewed, according to a statement from the Broward County Public School District. And also the school claimed that they were upset because there wasn't enough balance in the yearbook. So if you're going to celebrate Black Lives Matter, you need to counter that or counterbalance that with pages dedicated to cops. That's what they thought needed to happen in this situation.
It's a perfect example of the difference between right wing, left wing, and honestly, on average, definitely does not apply to everybody, but the older generations versus the younger generations. They said that it wasn't objective because it didn't include Blue Lives Matter. So the old right wing version of objectivity is some people say that you should shoot unarmed Black people, and some people say that you shouldn't shoot unarmed Black people. No. And by the way, I mean, look, I'll go on a divergence here, but it's similar. Old school advertisers, they care about something called brand safety. I write about it in my now finally kind of upcoming book, justicecomingbook.com, you can pre-order, about brand safety and how it actually kills progressives. It's an interesting explanation as to why. But the bottom line is advertisers say, don't pick a side, don't pick a side. You know, should gay people have the same rights as straight people? I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should discriminate against them and make sure they have less rights than us. I don't want to pick a side, right? I'm going to be brand safe. Should we murder innocent Black people? I don't know. Maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. I don't want to pick a side. And that used to be brand safe. But for younger generations, it's not. It's so when you see this so-called controversy, younger generations go, where the hell's the controversy? They just said, here are the Black people who were killed by cops that turned out to be innocent and they shouldn't have been killed. How's that controversial? But that's this really, really sad thing. There's a lot of people in this country who think that's controversial. Maybe we should have killed them even though they were innocent.
Okay, so I don't know, maybe this is a crazy belief and maybe I'm wrong and I'm just basing this off of my experience in high school with our yearbook. The yearbook is not a news publication. The yearbook is not meant to be the New York Times or I don't know, whatever, some mainstream media publication. Yearbooks are supposed to reflect the lives and experiences of the students in the school. And so if the students working on the yearbook this year decided that it made sense to provide a few pages dedicated to honestly one of the most historic movements in this country over the last summer, I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm guessing some of those students were part of the Black Lives Matter protests, and that's part of the reason why they wanted to include some pages dedicated to that movement, right? So like this weird take of, no, we need to be fair and balanced. Okay, but I mean, the students are the ones who put this together. So if there were students who felt the need to honor law enforcement, they would have done that, and they didn't do that. So is this supposed to be a reflection of the conservative values that administrators hold, or is this supposed to be a reflection of the students who are gonna spend $90 to purchase this yearbook? And in the end, after a little bit of backlash, the administrators gave up and decided to lift that pause on the distribution of these yearbooks. But it's such a nonsense controversy, and administrators needlessly draw more attention to the very thing they don't want any attention toward.
Yeah, it reminds me of the story from yesterday when a kid had a Mexican flag when he's graduating on his back, and then they stopped the graduation and they tried to take away his diploma. Now, if he had a flag of Canada, nobody would have cared, nobody would have done anything. It's old school conservative administrators going, we don't want you kids doing the things that you do and believing the things that you believe. We want you to be hateful as we are.
Yeah.
Sorry, no deal.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.